wouldn't say the number one problem, but a problem that you see in deals all the time is people losing the focus simply because of the stress of the deal, right? It's not necessarily.
I can't tell you how many times I was beyond myself. I mean, I have so many like release valves for stress now that, you know, and also like the funny, as you get better at this stuff, you actually start breathing slower in the most intense negotiations. But that took years to develop.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It takes. I remember I've told the story a few times on the podcast, but one of the advisors, I was selling his business before he became an advisor. And I remember he was selling his business, and the person buying his business, it was 2 days before close. The business was having a record day of sales in a bad way. I mean, it was just like not what you want to have happen a couple of days before close. And I was in my car. I called him because we needed to get a few things close to being done. Yes. Right. And so I called him. I'm like, hey, do you know when you're going to get X, Y, and Z done? He lit me up to no end about pressuring him. This, that. I mean, it was vicious. And I remember thinking, all right, he's venting, he's de-stressing.
Right.
Everything worked out. We closed the deal. I got the phone and said, look, we'll talk later. I apologize. Let's just talk later. We got the deal done. I talked to him about a year later, and a few months later, and I brought it up to him.
Right.
He didn't remember the conversation. He didn't remember doing that at all. And I didn't press him on it, but I think it was just that intense stress of the moment.
I'll also tell you, there's times that the stress gets so intense that I purposefully bury it.
Really?
Oh yeah. Because if I thought about it too long, it would taint the sort of macro good decision that was made. Right. So to your point, deal got done. If you're talking to him a year later, he did all right. Yeah. And so now the good deal benefit far supersedes whatever was going on that day. And that's the other thing about deals is you have to constantly prioritize, right? Yeah. And then the priority might change 25 times in a single day. I mean, it's just like, and you're sort of, in an entrepreneurial sense, you're always going after the biggest problem, right? Or the one that's going to most significantly impact your deal that day. And I mean, so you're juggling all the time.
Yeah. And to your point, yeah, I didn't bring this up to grind an axe or anything with him. It was more of, hey, do you remember that time? And kind of reminiscing. And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, nothing. Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. It's not even a big deal. Yeah. Forget about it.